Now we go here to the art of improvisation. Now we do this also in the romantic music, right? We do that. It's really not, for many years it wasn't part of the mariachi tradition, improvising. The only improvisation in mariachi was more in the ranchero, which was we call florero, right? So, just messing around with the 1 chord and the 5 chord, primera, segunda, tercera, and knowing your way around. And a rule was always not to be smothering the voice, not to be playing right with the voice. You always have to be playing around the voice, right? When we do boleros, for the most part, it's the same thing. If we're doing a little improvisation when the voice is singing, we try to follow that rule, not smothering the voice. But what we do, it's something that was brought into mariachi, I think, I'm going to say 1966, around there, when my brother Chencho started messing with improvisation, because he took the first mariachi to Disneyland. He was the first mariachi that started playing in Disneyland. And in one of the main stages, it was a Dixie band, and the trumpet player's name was Jackie Coon, the older man that played trumpet. It was amazing, just for improvisation, in Dixieland style, right, of music. And my brother would ask him, "Hey Jackie, ¿cómo le haces, lady? How you doing? Oh, look at it, this is a passing tone, and this is this, and this is that, this and that." And Chencho started, he picked up really quick, because Chencho was really good in solfege, solfege. So he started adding that kind of stuff, like doing La Viquina. He would do stuff like that, La Viquina, and started improvising a little bit La Viquina. And he started doing it in other stuff. And when I got to 1976, I think 10 years later, we recorded an album where we recorded Grande Grande. And Chencho did the same thing. He oye, compadre, we were changing keys every verse. And we were stuck on the key of A, and he asked my brother Pedro, he goes, "Why don't we go to B flat and I'll do a trumpet solo?" "Well, that sounds pretty good. I'm good in B flat." "Okay, I'll see what, okay, muy bien." So they went from A, I think where you guys go from A to F7 or something like that, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, and the violins are basically just playing long notes, I think. So it's, what measure is that? You guys have that measure? Yeah? Like going into 65, right? So if you take from 60, can you do that? Take it from 60? Take it from 60, okay? Still a key of 8 now, right? Now here we're going to F7. So right there, we're preparing to go into a half step higher to B flat. So we're doing what we call the 5 chord, or segunda de tono, right? I don't know how you teach it. You guys teach them the 5 chord or segunda de tono? Right? Who understands what a 5 chord is? Okay, so in B flat, the 5 chord, the 5th note of the scale, B flat, C, D, E, there it is. It's F. The 5 chord, and it's a dominant chord. So it's very important if you want to do this kind of stuff that you know what goes on harmonically, right? So we know the 5 chord is, right? For us it's G, right? Because we're a step higher than the concert pitch that they're playing. But you want to go ahead and see the solo, right? So for me, I know that I wrote this. I think I wrote that solo for. We did it. We recorded with Danny. I think that was a solo that I recorded. But when we did it with solo for the recording, I changed it, and I knew it was F7. So I have all these options. And F7 is this, guys. So I go. I could mess around with that F7. It doesn't matter, as long as it's F7, right? If you guys go do measure 60 going into F7 one more time. 3, 4. Stuff that's going on, it has nothing to do with it. So, it has nothing to do with the traditional mariachi trumpet playing. What we're bringing in is more of a stylistic kind of thing that maybe like a trumpet player you probably see Harry James used to do like in the 40s and 50s. Very, very, it's also a very singing type of style. And believe it or not, he had a lot of impact on Don Miguel Martinez and Cipriano Silva during those times. I mean, he had a lot of impact on a lot of trumpet players, right? So when you're doing that, we go back slurs, we go back to feather tonguing, we go back to the speed of the vibrato, right? So I go. Bending the notes, all that stuff is so important, right? But we also go back to the exercises that your teachers, tell you, hey, study this book so your range can get a little stronger, so your range, so you're able to express yourself playing these type of songs. They're not really that difficult to read. I mean, the whole arrangement is basically very, very simple, right? Now that solo could be played different. I'll play it like in a way my brother Pedro used to play it. Because I remember my brother Checho, when he left the group, we all used to be together as a family, and he left, and we had just recorded that song in 1976. And we were all, pues, ¿quién va a tocar el solo? Who's going to play the solo? My brother Pedro goes, yo no voy a tocar. Yo no toco. And we were like, he plays nothing like my brother Checho. Right? Checho was like, Pedro played very simple, nice fat tone, very nice. But he found a way of expressing himself. Like if he's singing in a different way. And it sounded great. And we were like, no cabe duda, when you do something from here and it's musical, it's like hearing one singer singing the same, 2 singers, 3 singers, real good singers singing the same song. They're not going to sing it the same, but you like all 3 of them. Wow, who does it better? In trumpet playing, it's almost the same thing, right? So let's go to measure 60 one more time. Huh? play the solo, a whole different take of a solo. And it's only musical. It's not, why? Because he was playing from here. I mean, he was trying to make the trumpet sing at a very lower, much lower register because Pedro didn't have the chops that my brother Chincho did, right? But you understand what I mean? There's many ways of doing that as long as you know what's going on harmonically. That's why, little by little, those of you that are in high school, how many of you are in high school? So, do you guys have a music theory class by any chance? Do you guys talk about music theory a little bit? I think it's good, little by little, for you guys to be introduced to it, because it's going to open up your eyes, the world of music, as opposed to just learning the songs, but to know a little bit more about harmony. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. There are many, many different things, especially like a 5-chord. A 5-chord, you could add plus 11s, you could add flat 13s, you could add, plus 5s and flat 9s. You could add so many different notes that are not in, just the normal 3 or 4 notes, from the basic chord, So if you love, music, you're going to get to the point where you're going to have to learn a little bit more of harmony when you go out to college, right? Hay lo que estudian, ¿verdad? En la universidad sí les dan, tienen que estudiar, sí tienen que estudiar armonía, ¿no? Algo, music theory, right? All of you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, all of us had to study a little bit of music theory, but it's very, very important that you guys do that. Improvisation is, it's really beautiful. I mean, when you're playing sones and you're playing a ranchera and then you're playing, all of a sudden you play a song like this, it's like you're never bored because there's so much variety in the way that you're playing and the type of music that you're playing, right? Usually from this then we go into the ranchera romántica.